Have you ever felt lost, overwhelmed, or doubted your abilities? Maybe you've wondered if what you have to offer the world holds any real value. It's natural to feel that way from time to time, but today, let me remind you of something profound. Allah created you with incredible purpose, potential, and talent. Every single person has been blessed with unique gifts, skills, and abilities, even when those talents seem hidden or underappreciated. Just as the angels bowed to Adam, AS, in recognition of his excellence, each one of us carries the potential that Allah has entrusted to us. When we feel weak or uncertain, we should never forget the noble essence with which Allah created us. In this lesson, we'll explore the value of recognizing the abilities Allah has given us, the inherent goodness in humanity, the importance of stable morals, and our dual responsibility to ourselves and society. We'll also look at how using our skills for the greater good helps us fulfill our pledge to Allah, leaving a lasting impact on the world. Let's begin by understanding that every one of us holds immense potential, and that neglecting this potential dishonors the gift of life Allah has given us. The value of the abilities Allah gave you. It is easy to fall into the trap of comparison, especially when we live in a world that constantly measures success by wealth, power, or fame. However, Islam teaches us to recognize the value of what Allah has given each of us personally. Every soul is unique, designed with specific strengths, talents, and abilities to contribute to the world. The story of Adam, AS, teaches us that even the angels acknowledged human excellence. The honor of having a soul directly breathed into us by Allah, Quran 38-72, reminds us that we are not insignificant. When we underestimate ourselves or feel lost, we diminish the greatness that Allah has bestowed upon us. To deny the abilities given to us by our Creator is to deny His wisdom. Allah did not make a mistake when He created you. Your talents, personality, and potential were intentionally given to you for a reason. Recognizing this is the first step toward valuing what He has placed within you. Remember, feeling weak or incapable is not from Allah. It's from the whispers of Shaitan, who wants to make you believe that you are not good enough to achieve anything meaningful. But Allah has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. Goodness is inherent in all humans. Islam teaches us that every human is born with an innate sense of morality. This is known as the fitrah, a natural disposition toward recognizing and practicing goodness. In our hearts, we know that cruelty, lying, and injustice are wrong, regardless of our background, upbringing, or belief system. These fundamental values are embedded in our soul by the Creator. The Quran confirms this inner morality when it says, "So direct your face toward the religion, inclining to truth. Adhere to the fitrah of Allah upon which He has created all people. No change should there be in the creation of Allah. That is the correct religion, but most of the people do not know." Quran 30:30. We don't need religion to tell us that kindness, honesty, and justice are good. They are already inscribed in our hearts. This is proof of Allah's mercy. He wants every human to recognize and pursue goodness, regardless of their circumstances. Goodness as stability, the concept of bir. In Arabic, the term bir, often translated as goodness, carries the meaning of stability and steadiness. It symbolizes a moral foundation, like the firmness of land compared to the shifting instability of the sea. A person who embodies bir is someone who remains firm in their values, regardless of changing circumstances or external pressures. Modern society often experiences fluctuating moral standards. What is considered right today may be deemed wrong tomorrow. These shifting values can cause confusion and instability in people's lives. However, Islamic teachings provide us with a stable moral compass, grounded in principles that transcend time and cultural trends. By holding on to beer, we become like solid land, steady, reliable, and unshaken by the storms of societal change. A person of beer remains just, honest, and kind, even when it's inconvenient or unpopular to do so. This stability brings peace to the soul and clarity to our actions. The role of consistent values in a changing world. As Muslims, we are blessed with a set of values that remain constant, regardless of how the world changes around us. The Quran and Sunnah offer timeless guidance that ensures clarity in times of moral confusion. While societal trends may promote certain behaviors today and reject them tomorrow, Islamic teachings provide us with a clear path to follow. Living by these values gives us a sense of purpose and direction. It protects us from the confusion that comes from trying to keep up with ever-changing standards. When we follow the teachings of Islam, we are not just practicing rituals. We are aligning ourselves with the eternal truth that Allah has established for humanity. The dual responsibility of Muslims toward yourself and others. Islam emphasizes the importance of balancing personal responsibility with social responsibility. We have obligations toward ourselves, such as praying regularly, earning halal income, and staying truthful. At the same time, we have obligations toward others, which include helping people in need, being a source of goodness in our communities, and contributing positively to society. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, said, "The best of people are those that bring the most benefit to others." Sahih al-Jami' 3289. Fulfilling our duties to ourselves helps us stay grounded in faith, while fulfilling our duties to others ensures that our faith brings light into the world. A true believer is someone who balances both aspects, striving for personal growth while also uplifting those around them. Fulfilling the pledge to Allah by bringing goodness to others. When we say the Shahada, the declaration that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his messenger, we make a promise to live according to Islam. This promise is not only about performing prayers, fasting, or other acts of worship, but also about how we treat others and make the world a better place. Being a Muslim means living by the values of kindness, justice, and compassion in everything we do. Allah has blessed every person with unique talents. Some people are good at teaching, others excel in business, healthcare, or the arts. These gifts are not given to us just for personal gain or to make a living. They are tools for us to serve others and create positive change around us. Our ultimate goal should be to use what we have, our skills, knowledge, and time, to help others and please Allah. Life is not only about personal achievements or becoming wealthy. It's about how we can use what we have to support and uplift others. For example, a teacher can help shape the future of young students by giving them knowledge and confidence. A doctor can use their skills to heal the sick, easing their suffering. Even small acts like comforting a friend, helping a neighbor, or sharing advice bring goodness to the world. These actions, no matter how simple, hold great value in Islam. In fact, Islam teaches us that serving people is a way to get closer to Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that helping others, even with a smile or a kind word, is a form of charity. These acts of goodness are a reflection of our faith and fulfill the promise we made when we accepted Islam. Every time we make someone's life better, we are living out our pledge to Allah. Our purpose is to leave behind a legacy of goodness. Success in Islam is not only measured by wealth or status, but by the impact we have on others. When we bring happiness, support, or peace to someone, we are fulfilling a noble part of our duty as Muslims. This is how we build strong communities and spread the mercy of Allah on earth. In the end, the talents and opportunities we have are tests from Allah. How we use them will determine the reward we receive in the hereafter. So we must always ask ourselves, Am I using my abilities in a way that benefits others? Am I bringing goodness wherever I go? By doing so, we can fulfill our pledge to Allah and make a positive difference in the world, one small act at a time. Use your talents for a greater purpose. Your skills and abilities are not random, they are gifts from Allah. Everything you are good at, whether it's teaching, writing, managing a business, or caring for others, has been given to you for a reason. The question is, how are you using these talents? Are you using them in ways that serve others and bring positive change to the world? Or are they being used only for personal gain? Allah entrusted these skills to you so you can make a difference, no matter how big or small. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, said, "Every one of you is a shepherd, and every one of you is responsible for his flock." Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. This hadith teaches us that we are all responsible for the things under our care. Just as a shepherd takes care of his sheep, we must look after the responsibilities given to us by Allah, including how we use our talents. It's not enough to simply know what you are good at. The real question is whether you're using your gifts to benefit others and fulfill your duty toward Allah. Using your talents for good doesn't always mean doing something big or extraordinary. Even small actions done with good intentions can have a big impact. If you are a teacher, teaching with patience and kindness shapes the lives of your students. If you are a writer, your words can inspire and guide others toward good. If you care for family members, your compassion spreads joy and brings comfort to those around you. Every role matters, and every talent has a purpose. Allah created us to be a source of goodness for the world. The best use of your abilities is to help others, uplift the weak, and bring benefit to your community. When you do this, you are not only fulfilling your purpose, but also earning rewards from Allah. Imagine using your gifts to ease someone's burden, give hope to those struggling, or spread knowledge that helps others grow. These acts are deeply valuable in the eyes of Allah. It is easy to get caught up in the pursuit of personal goals, wanting to succeed, earn more, or gain recognition. While it's important to strive for personal growth, true success lies in aligning your talents with a higher purpose. Ask yourself, how can I serve Allah with the gifts I have? How can my skills bring benefit to those around me? Every one of us has something to offer. It could be a talent, a skill, or even your time and energy. The key is to recognize what Allah has given you and use it with the right intention. Remember, our abilities are not just tools for making a living, but opportunities to do good. When you use your talents with sincerity and for the sake of Allah, you not only improve the world, but also bring yourself closer to Him. So, reflect on the talents you have. Think about how you can use them for something meaningful. Whether in small, everyday acts or larger efforts, make sure you are contributing to something greater than yourself. This is how you fulfill your responsibility to Allah and leave a positive mark on the world. True service goes beyond personal gain. In today's world, many people are driven by the desire to be noticed and praised for their actions. However, Islam reminds us that the most valuable service is done with pure intentions. When we serve others without expecting recognition or rewards, we align our actions with sincerity. True service is not about receiving applause, but about pleasing Allah. It often involves making personal sacrifices, giving up time, comfort, or resources to help those in need. This quiet, selfless act becomes meaningful because the real reward is with Allah, even if no one else notices. Helping others in sustainable ways. Islam encourages us to look beyond temporary solutions. While giving charity is highly rewarded, sustainable efforts bring even greater value. A simple handout may provide immediate relief, but teaching someone a useful skill or helping them find meaningful work creates long-term change. When people become independent, they not only improve their own lives, but also contribute to the well-being of the community. Islam emphasizes the importance of finding ways to empower others. This means helping people build their abilities and opportunities so they can stand on their own feet and support their families. A practical example of sustainable service is supporting small businesses or education programs that give individuals the tools they need to grow. For instance, teaching someone how to farm, sew, or start a small business can have a ripple effect. Instead of relying on charity, they become active contributors to society, offering help to others in the future. Islam encourages us to think this way, not just solving problems for today, but building solutions that last for generations. In essence, true service requires us to act with sincerity and think beyond ourselves. It asks us to give with no strings attached and focus on the greater good of others. And while immediate charity is essential in times of crisis, the highest form of service lies in empowering people for the long run. With Allah's guidance, our efforts, whether small or big, can have an impact far greater than we imagine. Creating lasting good in society. As believers, our goal in life should be to make the world better, not just in material ways, but also in spiritual and emotional ways. Whatever role we play, whether as business people, teachers, volunteers, or parents, our actions should have a positive effect on both individuals and communities. True success lies in creating something that continues to benefit others even after we are no longer here. This is the concept of sadaqah jariyah, which refers to a form of ongoing charity. It ensures that the good we leave behind keeps growing and helping people long after we are gone. It's important to pause and reflect on the blessings and talents Allah has given us. Are we using these abilities wisely? Are we fulfilling our duty to Allah by spreading goodness in the world? Each of us has a unique role to play, and every contribution, no matter how small, can make a difference. It could be as simple as teaching someone valuable knowledge, helping someone in need, or starting a project that continues to benefit others. Even a kind word can have a lasting effect on someone's life, rippling through generations. Leaving behind a legacy of good does not require wealth or status. What matters is the intention and effort we put into serving others. A teacher who shares knowledge, a parent who raises children with good manners, or a person who builds a well in a needy village. All of these are examples of sadaqah jariyah. The key is to think beyond ourselves and work towards creating something meaningful that will outlive us. Our actions today shape the future, not only for ourselves, but for those who come after us. Life is short, and we must make the most of it by doing good whenever we can. Sometimes we get caught up in personal challenges and forget the bigger picture, but Allah reminds us to keep striving for what is right and beneficial. The effort we put into helping others, no matter how small it seems, can be multiplied by Allah's mercy. In everything we do, we should ask ourselves, how can this benefit others? How can it bring people closer to Allah and improve their lives? When we align our efforts with these goals, we are not just working for this world, but also building rewards for the hereafter. May Allah guide us to use our talents and resources wisely. May He help us recognize opportunities to serve others and inspire us to leave behind a legacy of goodness that benefits humanity for generations. If we make this our goal, we can rest assured that our efforts will not be in vain. Instead, they will become seeds of kindness that grow, flourish, and bring blessings long after we are gone. Value the abilities Allah has given you, for they are special gifts. Every person has unique talents and strengths that make them stand out. Maybe you are good at comforting others, skilled in solving problems, or have a talent for teaching or art. These abilities are not accidents, they are part of Allah's plan for you. He gave them to you so you can make a difference, both in your own life and in the lives of others. It is important to recognize these strengths, no matter how big or small they seem. Sometimes people focus too much on their weaknesses or compare themselves to others, which can make them feel unworthy. But Allah doesn't make mistakes. The abilities you have are exactly what you need to succeed in the mission He has set for you. It is your duty to embrace these talents and trust that they have a purpose. The world is waiting for what you can offer, and there are things only you can do. When you use your gifts sincerely and with good intentions, you bring value to others and earn Allah's pleasure. Your talents are meant to serve the greater good, whether by helping your family, supporting your community, or simply spreading kindness wherever you go. Even the smallest acts, when done with sincerity, carry great weight. Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, taught us that a smile is a form of charity. In the same way, your abilities, when shared with a pure heart, can be a form of worship. Being firm in your values is also essential. Life will have challenges that can distract or discourage you. At times it may feel easier to ignore your purpose and follow the crowd, but staying consistent in your good actions, even when it is difficult, strengthens your character. Your values act as a compass, keeping you on the right path. When you align your efforts with your faith, you will feel peace and fulfillment, knowing you are living with purpose. Consistency is key. Use your abilities often and improve them through practice. Each step you take matters, even if progress feels slow. Sincere effort counts more than immediate results. Allah rewards those who are patient and committed in their actions. Keep going, even on days when it feels hard. Every small effort brings you closer to fulfilling your divine purpose. In the end, valuing your abilities brings personal fulfillment because it aligns your heart with your mission. You are not here by accident, and your talents are not random. Allah created you for a reason, and when you use your abilities with sincerity, you fulfill both your own potential and the role Allah has entrusted to you. Stay firm in your faith, use your talents wisely, and trust that your efforts will bear fruit. Through this, you will find not only success in this world, but also blessings in the hereafter.